Imagine this. It's the end of the month. You've paid rent, groceries, that unexpected car repair bill, and maybe one too many takeout coffees. You open your banking app, and there it is. Your checking account balance staring back at you, $47.23. You think, okay, I'll start investing in crypto this month, just $50 into Bitcoin. But then life happens. A friend's birthday dinner, a subscription renewal you forgot about, and poof, that $50 disappears into everyday expenses. Sound familiar? That's literally me a few years ago, and I bet it's you right now if you're watching this and still haven't cracked that first $1,000 in crypto. My name is Max, and I spend way too much time thinking about relevant financial why accumulating the first $1,000 in crypto is harder than the next 10,000. If you're someone who keeps telling themselves, I'll start investing once I have more money, or you've been dipping in and out of crypto without building real momentum, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, most people think the hard part of crypto is timing the market, picking the right coins, or surviving the crashes. They're wrong. Here's the thing. The real barrier isn't the market. It's getting that very first $1,000 invested and staying invested. Once you cross that threshold, the next $10,000 becomes exponentially easier. And today, I'm going to break down exactly why with math, psychology, and some brutal honesty about the mistakes I see people making every day. Here's what most people don't realize. The struggle to save or invest that first $1,000 isn't just a you problem. It's a widespread human problem. According to recent surveys, around 28% of American adults own cryptocurrency in 2025, but the median portfolio size for the average crypto user sits around $1,220. That means half of all crypto holders haven't even broken past roughly $1,000 to $1,500. Think about that. Millions of people have dipped their toes in, but most stall right at the starting line. And it's not unique to crypto. In traditional finance, studies show that a huge percentage of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing or selling something. The first $1,000 feels impossible because it requires breaking habits that have been reinforced for years. Let's get concrete with some numbers. Suppose you want to build $1,000 in crypto. You decide to dollar cost average $50 a week into Bitcoin or Ethereum. At current prices, that's realistic for many people. Week 1 to week 20, you invest $1,000 total. But here's the catch. To actually reach that $1,000 invested, you have to consistently set aside $50 every single week without fail. Miss 1 week because of an impulse buy, and you're back to square one psychologically. Now compare that to going from $1,000 to $11,000. Once you have $1,000 invested, even modest gains help. Let's say the market gives you a conservative 20% return in a year, which has happened multiple times in crypto cycles. Your $1,000 becomes $1,200. Now you only need to add $9,800 more to hit $11,000. But because you're already in the game, you're more likely to keep adding. Plus, compounding kicks in on the gains. It's like climbing a mountain. The first $1,000 is the steep, rocky base where every step feels brutal. The next $10,000 is the ridge where momentum carries you forward. This is where it gets really interesting. Behavioral finance shows us that humans are wired for present bias. We value immediate rewards over future ones. When your account is at zero, putting $50 into crypto feels like losing $50 you could spend on something tangible right now. Once you have $1,000 invested, that money is already gone in your mind. It's in the market. So adding more doesn't trigger the same pain. There's also the endowment effect. Once you own something, even $200 in BTC, you value it more and are less likely to sell it impulsively. That's why people who've crossed $1,000 tend to hodl through dips, while beginners panic sell at the first red day. Now you might be thinking, but Max, crypto is volatile. Won't gains and losses make it harder? Fair point. Volatility cuts both ways. A 30% dip on $200 feels devastating and might scare you out, but a 30% dip on $5,000, you've seen it before and you know markets recover. Experience builds resilience. Let me tell you a quick story. When I started in crypto, I was exactly where many of you are, sporadically buying $20 to $50 whenever I felt inspired, then selling during the first dip because because I needed the cash for bills. My portfolio hovered around $300 to $400 for over a year. Then I committed $100 per month no matter what. It took me 10 months to hit $1,000. But once I did, something shifted. I started automating transfers. Dips didn't scare me as much. Within the next 18 months, I added another $8,000 through consistent contributions and market gains. Contrast that to a friend who kept waiting for the perfect time. He'd buy $500 during bull runs, sell during corrections, and never built consistency. Years later, his portfolio is still under $2,000. The difference, he never crossed that psychological first $1,000 barrier. Here's how you can apply this today. Start ridiculously small. Commit to $10 to $25 per week. Use an app like Coinbase or Binance with recurring buys. The goal isn't speed, it's consistency. Automate everything. Set up auto transfers the day after payday. Treat it like a bill. Separate your crypto money. Open a dedicated wallet or exchange account. Once money is there, it's mentally earmarked. Track your streak. Use a simple spreadsheet or app to mark every successful contribution. Streaks build momentum. Celebrate the milestone. When you hit $1,000, acknowledge it. Take a screenshot. Share it anonymously if you want. That positive reinforcement wires your brain for more. Educate during the process. While accumulating, learn about risk management, diversification, and long-term holding. Here's the bottom line. The first $1,000 in crypto is hard because it requires breaking inertia, overriding instant gratification, and building a new identity as an investor. But once you do, the math starts working for you. Psychology shifts in your favor and momentum takes over. The next $10,000 isn't easy, it still takes discipline, but it's a completely different game. You don't need to be rich to start, you just need to start being consistent. Right now, pause this video, open your exchange app, and set up that first recurring buy. Even if it's $10, do it before you talk yourself out of it, one consistent step at a time.